A mini food tour in the Scadalia area.
If you haven't visited Scadalia, then you haven't really experienced Belgrade.
Živeli.
Do it gently because it's clay, remember? Ready, do it again. Sort of like a schnitzel, I suppose you could say.
Oh my god, there is so much coma, right? It's basically a rakia stand. And just go straight in with it.
We were in a food coma.
Good morning from Belgrade, Serbia. Wow, it's sunny this morning. Probably a bad thing that it's sunny. Our clothes have finally come through. We've got coats, new hoodies. I'm ready for the cold weather of Belgrade, even though it's now becoming hotter as it's March because it took so long to come through. But anyway, today we are going to do like a mini food tour in the Scadalia area of Belgrade, which is basically like the bohemian area, the hipster area. It's meant to have a lot of nice traditional restaurants. We're going to head to a couple of them, try out some traditional dishes, probably have a couple of traditional beers. These cats, you might not be able to see them, the cat garden in the park are so loud, but this view is a beautiful day in Belgrade today. A great day to eat some traditional food.
People say that if you haven't visited Scadalia, then you haven't really experienced Belgrade. It's in the heart of the old town, in a municipality of the old town, and it kind of dates back to around the 1800s with the settlement of gypsies, believe it or not. It was sort of known as like Gypsy Alley. Nowadays, as Matt said, it is the Bohemian Quarter, so there's lots of like traditional restaurants, and I'm assuming it's obviously going to have cobbled streets, as all of these old streets do, and it's probably a very famous Instagram spot.
Why, as soon as our clothes arrive from the UK, is it boiling hot? I'm wearing a coat when I really don't need to. I'm just wearing it to like get the wear out of it, because I don't think I'm gonna have to wear it again in Serbia. It's starting to warm up now in March, but Scadalia is basically a 2-minute walk from Republic Square, which is ideal. We're only about a 2-minute walk from here to our hotel, our apartment, sorry, so it's about a 4-minute walk to Scadalia. Great location. I don't know why, but all the time that we've been in Belgrade so far, I haven't figured out how you properly cross the road. Well, obviously you cross the road when the green man comes, but I can never find many actual crossings. And when there is a crossing, so basically in the UK and a lot of other countries, when it's red and there's no cars about, people will cross. But here in Serbia, everyone waits. Even if it's like midnight and there hasn't been a car for like 2 minutes, everyone wait until the man goes green. And then every now and then, as a rebel, we go for it. We leg it as soon as the cars come, and them Serbians are not waiting for you.
Unfortunately, what you can see behind me is loads of roadworks. I think you can call it roadworks anyway, but they are literally cobbleworks. Yeah, they literally looks like they're redoing the whole street of Scadalia, which is a shame because I think normally all of these restaurants will have seats outside, and at the minute they obviously can't because there's huge holes in the floor.
It is a shame that so much of the street is under construction, but I suppose it makes sense at the moment to do it when tourism is not as high. This is actually the second most visited place in all of Belgrade after Kalemegdan, but you come to the top and you still have the normal street, what you normally see the whole way down. So I think we're going to check out a restaurant up here first. It's not really fair to be eating next to that. You've got to give this place the credit it deserves. Thank you.
That's so cool. Thank you
very much.
Look at these. So we have come into Baburaj, I think that is how you call it, and it is on the first restaurant on this part of the street.
It's the first street in Scadalia.
First street in Scadalia. What more could you want? I've got a beer in this. Look at this. Is this clay?
It's like clay, yeah. It's so traditional.
So traditional. I almost feel like I'm in like a cave. This is what it makes me feel like. Shall I try it? Just because. Good beer, good traditional beer.
The food, well not the food, I haven't even eaten the food.
But you can see
the beer, the music, the tables, it's very, and then if you look at the menu, it's got so much, it's just full of traditional dishes.
Look at all the dishes, they look so cute. I don't know what to choose.
Before we order food, Živeli.
Do it gently because it's clay, remember? Ready, do it again.
You have to whisper Živeli now.
Did you hear the noise? literally.
Right, we have made a great choice coming in here, but sometimes when you make a great choice, it can also be a bad choice. You're looking at the menu and there's so many different traditional dishes that I want to try. A lot of them, or some of them, I've tried in different places. So you've got your ivar, you've got your pinjor, you've got your shkopsa salad, you've got the baked bean dish we've had in Macedonia, you've got the different breads. It's just full of different hearty food. You've got breads, you've got your cheeses, you've got your meat. It's going to warm you up, it's going to fill you up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Thank you so much.
It looks great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Woo! Look at this. God, I really want to dig in. So I'm not going to be able to remember off the bat what we got, but literally it smells so, so good.
So Molly has checked the menu.
Yes, so I've remembered.
Pronunciation on point.
Don't say that, it puts a lot of pressure on me. So we've got a Kara Georgieva Schnitzler, which is sort of like a schnitzel, I suppose you could say. Is that right?
No.
Like it's just like it's like breaded meat is what schnitzel means. But this is a Kara Georgieva Schnitzel, and it is a pork loin filled with kaymak, which is like a Balkan or Serbian cheese, and then it is wrapped in egg and breadcrumbs, deep fried, and it comes with French fries, and it's always served with a tartar sauce. That is so, so traditional here in Serbia. And then we've also got another traditional dish, which is called a punjina paprika. So normally they are stuffed. This one is a grilled with cheese. They call it paprika. I think it's actually pepper topped with paprika and loads of kaymak and Serbian cheese. Oh, it's just all so hearty food.
Right, I'm gonna cut into. Whoa, that just exploded with kaymak. Oh my god, there is so much kaymak. Right, I've cut it in the middle, which probably wasn't the best shot. I'm gonna get a little bit on the end.
Do you think you can dip the French fries into the?
I'm not sure. Alright, looks great. Look at that. So you've got the pork, you've got the batter, and you've got the kaymak. The kaymak smells so good. Oh wow. That is great. It's so cheesy, it's rich. I love kaymak because it is, especially in the Balkans. And you've got French fries. Oh wow, that tartar sauce is great. The batter is like a little bit crunchy, and then you get the kaymak in the middle, which is soft, it sort of explodes in your mouth.
I'm also gonna try the Kara Georgieva Schnitzler. I have a funny fact for you. It actually translates as a young woman's dream. Many say that that is because of the shape and the size, because obviously it's a very big round thing on the plate there. But yeah, it's not what you would want to eat. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't give me the best hopes. But Matt said it was really, really good. I'm actually going to take some of the batter and the pork loin and try it with some of the Prejan paprika, so like the cheesy peppers, because I think that kind of makes sense. Oh my god, there's kaymak on this as well. Everything is so cheesy and meaty here in Serbia. It is amazing. Right. Got my peppers, you can see the red peppers there. Look at the steam coming off that. Oh my god. Wow. That kaymak is really.
Explodes, doesn't it?
And the good thing is, normally with deep fried meat like that, it's normally quite dry. It's actually really, really soft.
I have missed this. The clay pots, them traditional pots that you get throughout the Balkans, and the kaymak, and the different dishes. Like you'll get these dishes similarly throughout the Balkans, and they'll have like their own like twist on things. Like we've had how do you pronounce this? The big
Kara Georgieva Schnitzler.
Kara Georgieva Schnitzler. We've had very similar in other Balkan countries, in like North Macedonia, in Albania, but here we've never had it with the kaymak. The kaymak inside has just gone like an extra mile, and honestly it's so much better. But I'm gonna try the stuffed peppers with paprika and kaymak. Look at that. I just miss peppers. The peppers that you get throughout the Balkans are just like, honestly, the best in the world. They are so good. The thing is, I don't like peppers. Like at home, if Molly makes a dish, I'm like, can you not put peppers in them? They're like too chewy. I don't like the crunch of a pepper. I don't know why. Maybe I'm being a bit of a baby. But here, they just know how to do peppers. Maybe it's just adding the kaymak, but I've just massively missed Balkan food. Just got to have a quick sip of the beer. The food is honestly top tier. And the beer, this is Lav. I haven't actually had Lav on draft. I've got Lav a few times from the supermarket because we're always on a wander back because the curfew's only 8 o'clock. we get caught, run into the supermarket, trying to get one last beer in for the night. But I love with the Kara Georgieva, I'm getting better, how it comes with lemon, chips, French fries, wherever you're from, and it has the battered sausage type meat. It's very similar to that. It's like the Serbian take of fish and chips. So at fish and chips at home, obviously you have your fish battered with chips and a tartar sauce topped with the lemon to put on top, if I can get the lemon. That's one big lemon. Lemon to squeeze on top. So it's basically, well, maybe the English take is maybe fish and chips is a English take on the Kara Georgieva. Who knows, but it is very similar.
If only we had Kaimak at home.
Kaimak at home, right? We've tried to, we've made Balkan dishes at home. We can't find Kaimak anywhere. We basically, sour cream is the closest you can get to it. So that food was incredible, and we've just learned from the waiter that you pronounce the restaurant Zabi Chai, which is like a place from home, which makes complete sense being that it's such homely food, such traditional Serbian food, and it only comes to around 12 English pounds for 2 main meals and 3 beers. I ended up getting a second one, but as I've walked out, we have located that there's basically a rakia stand, which is a traditional Serbian alcohol spirit, traditional Balkan. I've had it in a lot of the Balkan countries, so there is no time like the present to have a nice local fresh rakia. Can you pay by card? We can. Oh wow, what flavours have you got?
This is plum,
Plum,
raspberry,
apricot,
walnut, honey, and quince.
Oh, sounds so good. But in Serbia, the most traditional is plum. Can I try to? How much is it for one? 200. 200. Can I try one plum? Thank you. So I'm trying the plum, which is the most traditional in Serbia. I presume they have a lot of plum trees once you get out into the countryside. Oh, amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, it smells good. What percent is it?
42.
42. Oh, it's strong. Sip or shot? Just sip.
One.
One in one? I haven't done in one before. Oh, it smells really good. Right, I'm going to do in one.
Go.
Oh, it's nice. It's smooth. It was really, really smooth. Normally when I have raki, burns my throat. That is like smooth. I could keep shotting that all day long. So we found out that the raspberry is only 20%. So Molly,
I can't deal with the burn. The burn really gets me.
you'll be fine.
Thank you.
You've got this. You've got this.
It's so
Just
sweet.
sip,
It
sip.
does
You
smell
can do it how
really,
you've
really
done before.
nice.
Just a little sip.
Oh yeah, I got a
It can't
tiny
be strong.
shiver.
Mine was 42. Yours was 20.
No, it's it almost tastes like a fruit juice, right? But it's like sweet, and then it does burn. You get a small burn.
Can I finish it?
Yeah.
Chivelli. Oh, that's really smooth.
Isn't it?
That's
Really
smooth.
sweet.
You could probably drink a big glass of that.
Yeah.
You could make like a cocktail out of that one. It's really, really nice.
That is honestly the coolest idea ever. Like just setting up on the side of Scadalia, having so many rakias on there. I've never actually seen a walnut flavour raki. That's crazy, but she was so sweet. I've now made room
for some more food. We're going to walk down and find
one more
somewhere
thing
else.
I think is enough, because I feel like otherwise we're going to have tried the whole of the Serbian dishes in one.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
The next stop on this crazy tour in Scadalia is Var Jelena, which means 2 deers. So the logo is all about the deer in here, and this is a very old traditional restaurant. This is the sort of things we like. It's been around since the 1800s. So many famous people have been here. We actually just got taken on a mini tour of this place. There's like, how many did we say there were?
5 stages?
4 or 5 stages of the same restaurant, which is crazy. It goes up, it goes down, it goes round, it goes outside.
We've stayed in stage 1.
We've stayed in stage 1 because we're basically looking out the window as well, but all around us we have the craziest.
It's just kept everything so traditional. They actually sit in one of the stages, I think I filmed it, in stage 3. They've still got the stained glass window roof, which actually survived bombs in World War II.
1942 that was, which is absolutely crazy. But you've got all of the like old-fashioned pictures, and you've got all the candle lit lights, which really does mean that it's old.
Do you know what we've missed though?
What?
Doing all this talking, we've missed that our 2 draft beers
Oh my god, look at the glass!
have been delivered.
Givelli.
I feel very privileged drinking this beer. This restaurant over the years has dined some of the most famous people in modern and past history. You've had Tito, the ex-leader of Yugoslavia. You've had Margaret Thatcher, the Prime Minister of the UK. You've had JFK dine in this restaurant, and even about 10 years ago, Pierce Brosnan filmed a movie in this restaurant. So it really is, I don't know if it's rated as, but it has got to be up there as the most famous restaurant in all of Serbia. So I feel very privileged to be eating in here in a time when it's not that busy. We were talking to the one of the waiters said normally you'd have to book on a Thursday to dine in here for a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Obviously at the moment, because of coronavirus, it's not so busy, but I can't wait for this place to boom again. It's incredible. And he's saying these restaurants are few and far between. You can make a modern restaurant, but you can't make a restaurant with history. You have to have had that restaurant for 100 years, so it's not that possible.
Food has come out so quickly. We didn't even get a chance to explain what we were gonna order, but we have got prebranak. My pronunciation's awful because he didn't even understand what I was asking when I ordered it. And this is like a bean dish, as we just discussed. It's similar to...
What was it called in North Macedonia?
Tavci gravci.
Very similar to Tavci gravci.
Very similar. In terms of smell, that smells like, oh, it just smells so good. They're like baked beans.
Our old favourite is back.
Sopska salad. This is like overloaded with cheese. Like, can you see that? It's like a mountain of cheese. So that's just like tomatoes, cucumber, onions, you know, your typical salad. And then you've got a hell of a lot of bread. Garlic, chili and oil bread. It's so nice. All traditional restaurants have a really similar vibe going on, like the really dark interior with like the yellow lights. Am I right? You know, all traditional restaurants have a really similar thing, but oh god, that is warm. I'm gonna try the prebranak. I'm gonna put it on my plate. I won't bother having any salad, I'm just gonna go straight in. Oh my god, with the bread. Doesn't it? Look at how good that is. What do I do? Just like grab it and dip it?
No, I reckon put some of it, get the beans and put it on it. Or just, just grab.
That was way too complicated for my liking. So I've got the beans on it like that. Oh, totally different to Tavci gravci. The beans are like sort of smoked, really big beans as well, like water beans. Very hearty. It's your turn.
You know, in North Macedonia, how much I loved the Tavci gravci.
You can't even
There's
say
too
it.
many names to pronounce.
Can you say it here though? What is it called here?
Remind me?
Prebranak, I think. Or
Prebranak.
prebranak.
What it smells? Do you know what it smells like? It smells a bit like a pasta dish.
I think you've just had too much rakia and all your senses have just
all
gone out
all the
the
senses
window.
are going, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get. Bread smells great. Garlic bread.
Bread is so
pretty much.
garlicky. It's so good.
I'm gonna just chuck a load on the front and like butter it. Oh my god, that looks so good. And just go straight in with it. Wow.
What did you do? Inhale it?
Oh my god.
Did you see what I mean about it being completely different taste to
It's very different. It's more of a creamy sauce, I'd say, that's in it.
Yeah, very creamy.
More smoked,
smoky,
creamy sauce.
Bigger beans as well.
And again, the bread is very different, isn't it? Having like a garlic and olive oil
Fat bread
topped
as well,
bread.
like really
bread,
thick.
yeah.
When you thought you couldn't eat anymore.
Oh my god, I don't even know what it is. They brought us out a...
It's a cake of some sort.
It's a cake of some sort. I think it's a lemon and a raspberry something.
You've just completely guessed that, haven't you?
It's yellow and red, so I presumed.
You've got to try it now.
So stuffed.
It would taste like the rakia, I would have thought, but just less alcohol-y.
Well, no alcohol. Oh, it is lemon.
Were you right? Is it like a lemon cake? Is it a cheesecake?
Tastes a little bit similar.
Wow, I am so impressed. That was crazy food. I love the hearty, cheesy thickness of the food here in Serbia. It's just the roadworks going on. But they were so kind to bring us out 2 humongous slabs of cake. It was like a cheesecake, nutty, chocolatey, raspberry, fruity. Was really good. But we will be coming back to the Scadalia area because we've seen something super different that we really want to film and show you guys, something that we don't think anybody else has done or shown. So we're going to come back here and do that. I don't even think I can walk. Good morning guys. It is the next morning and that is because last night we were in a food coma. That was crazy. The food at Scadalia was amazing. So we had Jelena, and we had the other restaurant, which I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. I can only remember it being spelt like Babolaj, but I know that it's nothing like that. Highly would recommend Scadalia if you're interested in the traditional food, and obviously getting to taste some rakia as well is always a high point. I absolutely love the fact that she just had some kind of like stall there, like, and she was just saying it even had a card machine. That is crazy. But we then had a couple of beers afterwards, but really were slumped in a food coma, and I think we literally just couldn't even speak. So we came back to the room, and actually this morning we're leaving this amazing apartment. So if you do need an apartment to stay in Belgrade, then definitely check out Max Luxury Apartments. I know that they have a few, and do speak to Alexander because he's great. But we are checking out, we are moving on. You know, the thing is, we love Belgrade so much that we just keep extending. So yeah, we're moving to a new part of Belgrade. I love this moving around, seeing new parts. I don't like the actual moving though, like the walk in there. So yeah, we'll see you when we explore Belgrade again in the next one.